Hello, Lauren here with going to share a few thoughts and ideals this morning as I've been preparing this week for John Kemp deal. Hopefully Tuesday afternoon our tour is going to go this route, but I'm getting a little worried with the forecast, and I'm going to have to rush this one a little because it looks like it's going to start raining here pretty soon. But I really wanted to start out with showing some of the variations in our soil, and I happen to have the perfect instance here where they're doing a construction project on the east side of our home farm, and I can show you how delicate our soils are. And hopefully, I'm not going to get out and dig or anything, but I want to talk about the resilience of the soil that we happen to manage. Start out here, you can see just in this ditch they dug with an excavator how easily our soil will erode. And then up here on the far corner you can see the black dirt they pushed up in the pile. What's really unique is right up ahead here to the right side of the screen is a quicksand hole. And the other day talking to the engineer up here, he's like, oh my God, I've never seen such variation in soil. And hopefully if I can turn around here without driving you guys totally dizzy, I'll show you right where the glacial till line is that I normally talk about. And watch here as I turn. Now the silo, the white dot over there on the hill is my home farm. So that gives you a little reference where we're at. Now, there's the town of West Union. But what I really want you to notice is that tree line right over the end of the road there. That's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles east of here, and that is what we refer to as the glacial till line. When the last glacier came down through here, the glacier ran here, but not over there, is essentially what that means. And my dad moved here in 1968. This farm was referred to as the poor farm. A few of you have heard me talk about that. Everybody has their image of what Class A Iowa dirt looks like. Now, I'm not afraid to say this land, if managed properly, is very productive. We can grow corn with the best of them. It is a little challenging at times. This field, the first field of corn you see here, I'm not overly proud of this year. We did have a little issue. I tried to help somebody out, let them test their sprayer there, and we happened to have a little contamination in the herbicide. So it's not overly a proud moment looking ahead here, but what I'm going to show you is reality around here. And like I said, you can kind of see the outline of where the road's going to go here yet. To the right up there where it jots out, that is going to be a borrow pit, and then we're going to swap some fill for black dirt and stuff like that. I planted this field to oats this year. We took a crop of oat hay off of here, and now it's planted to sunflowers with a few other forbs mixed in. And stop up ahead here. Hopefully I don't get you guys a little dizzy here. But 1968, when Dad moved here, this is what you see now is a combination of 7 farms. Have all evolved into what I'd call our home farm now. And quick and dirty story. My dad moved here, grew up farming about 10 miles northwest of here. But the year after he started farming here, he was burnt. Milk house fire, was burnt 75% of his body, and was told that he'd probably never farm again, or shouldn't farm again. But he was forced in. His moment to move forward was when he figured out automation could be his chance at continuing to farm. He had to automate everything, and kind of the farm smarter not harder idea was born. You know, we can use technology in that to make things easier. Quality of life became a high priority in our family. And, you know, it was never easy, but everything worked together. And, you know, never was a flashy operation, but we took the time to make sure things were done right. You know, fast forward to 1983, I believe it was. Last day of field work, I was heading to a field and didn't quite make it to the field. I was hit broadside by a semi, and that moment probably changed my life because, you know, we started out, we were a strong, diverse livestock mix in the operation. Crops was a minor part, but from that, you know, once things started happening to my body through extreme chemical and physical damage from that incident, I had to start adjusting and adapting to what my body was doing to me. You know, and as we go down through the field here, I want you to try to understand the same thing has happened to our land. You know, we've used extreme chemical and physical properties to make this land productive, but in the long term, it's really started to have an effect. You know, and you can look back there, just how delicate our land is. But the, you know, the neat part is you'll see that farm to the right of the building site up there should have been a relay field. But you know, that's the field that a lot of the data has been collected the past 2 years. What we are actually doing is working. You know, we are actually generating soil, and that's the big thing. I see the difference between our land and our bodies is our land can heal and actually regenerate, whereas, you know, our human body, it doesn't quite have that same capability. And, you know, that explains a few of the difficulties and issues that I've faced the last several years. You know, I'm just starting to realize my body just can't do what it used to do, whereas the land, if we manage it and take care of it, help it become more productive, we can alter things and actually regenerate soil to the where we're not losing productivity. And, you know, part of that is we're doing it without buying a lot of commercial inputs. You know, I'm not afraid to say that I'm a low input producer with high output expectations. And but this year has reminded us in fact that Mother Nature does bat last. You know, these beans up here on the right, them were all supposed to be relay. The field east of my place, they're all supposed to be relay. There's, you know, but big thing I want to stress anymore is we need to be aware of what's coming at us and a change to it. We can't get the mindset that we're going to do a certain thing and ride that pony into the grave. You know, we're going to have a pretty good bean crop this year, but you know, I would say at best our rye could have did 5 bushel an acre. Now, as much as I like to do the relay cropping, and the, you know, the profitability is phenomenal, but just calling it quits on certain things is not a good option, but it's something you have to do. And you got to do what's most profitable for your operation at the moment and stick by that decision, because once you made that call, it's hard to live with regrets. And all these, back to these bean fields, all these are, I do have buckwheat in the outside 30 feet. I just made a round around all the bean fields with the drill to put in a biological buffer, hopefully attract our beneficials. get by without a herbicide or insecticide pass. My goal is we're going to have the least amount of impact we can have. I'm going to jump off here so I don't drive you dizzy, but I do want to show you hopefully you can see the sunflowers and that right there. Now this is going to be manured field, and my whole goal is when they replace that black dirt, I want to see how fast we can make this heal.